Parashat Tetzaveh. Parashat Tetzaveh is the one parasha in the Torah which does not mention Moses' name at all. It is the parasha surrounding the personality of Aaron, Kohen HaGadol. And one of the most fascinating things in the parasha, it tells us precisely what the role of the Kohen is. And interestingly enough, once we understand the role of the Kohen, we also understand the role of the Jewish people. Parashat Tetzaveh describes in exquisite detail the garb that the Kohen wears. The regular Kohen, the 4 special garments when he ministers in the Holy Temple, and the high priest, the 8 special garments when he ministers in the Holy Temple. And one of the most majestic of all of this garb is the mitznefet, the turban that the Kohen Gadol wears on his forehead. And in this mitznefet is a Tetzaveh, a piece of gold, on which is inscribed Kodesh Lashem, sacred unto the Lord. And that is the tzitz, which rests on a ptil tchelet, a piece of sky blue, the color of the heavens, special material. Now this beautifully describes the task of the Kohen. The Kohen from the tribe of Levi was sanctified in order to be the teachers of the Jewish people. They were the ones who taught Torah to Israel and to Jacob. They were the ones who brought the blessing of the divine to the Jewish people with love and through the Torah which they taught. And they were holy unto God. Their lives were dedicated to Torah, to teaching the Jewish people, and to making the Jewish people the people of Torah. Now, if you understand what this means, you will also understand what it means to be a Jew. I've said many times, when God first chose Abraham, "Ve'escha l'goy gadol," I will make you a great nation. "Nivrechu v'cha kol mishpachot ha'adama," all the families of the earth will be blessed through you, the Jewish people, because I have loved and I have chosen Abraham, since he is teaching his children and his family, his household after him, to observe the ways of the Lord, to take responsibility for the ways of the Lord, to do acts of compassionate righteousness and moral justice. This is the task and the mission of Israel in the world. Israel is the army of the divine. The Kohen teaches Israel. And right before God gave the Torah to the Jewish people, in Parashat Yitro, in chapter 19 of the book of Exodus, God says to the Jews, before the revelation at Sinai, before the covenant at Sinai, God says, I expect the Jewish people to be a goy kadosh, a holy nation, umamlechet kohanim, and the kingdom of priest teachers. And the Sefarno says magnificently, priest teachers, the entire Jewish people must be an army to teach the world. They must be all Kodesh Lashem Goy Kadosh, a holy nation, and a kingdom of priest teachers to tell humanity what it means to be a Jew, compassionate righteousness and moral justice. Now the garment of the high priest, on which was written, Kodesh Lashem, holy unto the Lord, was called the tzitz. And every Jew wears tzitzit. Every male Jew is commanded to do so. Females are not commanded, but if they want to, especially the Arba Kanfot, they may. My grandmother, Chaya Baila Bat Shlomo HaKohen, she wore the tzitzit, the ritual fringes, under her dress. My Rebbe Rav Soloveitchik said that in Lithuania there were many women, righteous women, who did precisely that. The tzitzit has a ptil techelet, a thread of sky blue, reminding everyone of the importance of bringing heaven on earth and God from on high to us, for the world to be filled with Him. Va'asuli mikdash v'shochanti b'tocham. They shall make for me a sanctuary so that I, God, may dwell in their midst. And every Jew is slated to be a Kohen in the sense of a teacher to the world, to humanity, to give the lesson of Jewish morality to the world. So it all comes together magnificently. The tzitz of the high priest, Kodesh Lashem, the Jewish people as a nation, a mamlechet kohanim v'goy kadosh, a kingdom of priest teachers and a holy nation, who also wear the tzitzit, the ritual fringes, every Jew the garb, with a special sky blue, sanctified by God, sanctified unto God, to bring the God of compassionate righteousness and moral justice to the world, so that He can truly dwell within our midst. May it be so, and may we all merit a year of true peace. Shabbat Shalom.